I think invisibility has a lot to do with a lack of power. I'm much more visible now than I have been at various times in my life. And with that comes responsibility to look and see others who perhaps don't have that advantage. When I was growing up, I remember feeling invisible as a child around adults. I remember feeling invisible at school if I wasn't popular, and I really wasn't. I was not a popular kid. So there was a lot of invisibility there. And it was almost like the more you tried to be visible, the less visible you became because you were just fundamentally on the outside. I think also during times in my life when I have been sort of more conforming to the dominant standards of beauty, I felt very visible, particularly by men, I would say. And then during times of my life when I have been less conforming to that standard of beauty, I have definitely become more invisible. And that is just astonishing to me. It still happens to me, regardless of the fact that I am in a position of some authority at this point in my life, and some stature. So, invisibility, I think, is a function of how you're relating, how the world is seeming to relate to you, and it's often a function of privilege and power and authority. So, I think it's very important when one walks in a room to really see people and to communicate that you see people. Because otherwise, I think the message can be devastating. Being invisible is worse than being argued with, because to be ignored is the worst insult of all. And that, to me, is what invisibility is, and I've certainly been on both sides of that equation, and so it's important to see.